Everyone talks about alpha women and their dominance, but rarely do people mention the lone wolf, the Sigma female. She's mysterious, independent, and powerful in ways most people can't understand. But behind that strength, there are hidden struggles that only a true Sigma female endures. Today we're rediving into the 7 harsh realities of being a Sigma female and why only the bold can survive them. First, let's talk about isolation. For a Sigma female, isolation comes naturally. She often chooses solitude over fake connections. Think about it. Would you rather sit alone with a good book or be stuck in a room full of people making small talk about things you don't care about? The answer is easy for her. While this self-imposed solitude is a source of strength and clarity, it can also become a double-edged sword. The world is built for social butterflies. Networking events, team-building exercises, family gatherings, they all demand constant social interaction. For the Sigma female, navigating this can feel like swimming against the current. She's not antisocial, she's just selectively social. She values deep, meaningful connections, but finding them is rare. This often leads to long periods of being alone, which can sometimes feel isolating, even when it's a choice. It's the quiet moments when she might wonder if she's missing out, only to realize that the peace she finds in her own company is more valuable than the noise of a crowd. This leads us to our second point: misunderstood confidence. A Sigma female's independence is often mistaken for arrogance. She walks into a room and doesn't immediately try to win everyone over. She doesn't laugh loudly at jokes that aren't funny or shower people with compliments to get on their good side. Why? Because she doesn't seek external validation. She already knows her worth. This self-assuredness can be baffling to people who rely on others for approval. They see her quiet confidence and label it as being stuck up, unapproachable, or even cold. In reality, she's simply secure. She's not playing a social game because she doesn't see the point. Her energy is reserved for things that truly matter to her. The harsh reality is that she'll constantly have to deal with people projecting their own insecurities onto her, judging her for a quality they secretly wish they had. She doesn't need a spotlight to shine. Her light comes from within, and that can be a hard pill for some people to swallow. Next up, the intimidating aura. Have you ever noticed how some people just command a room without saying a word? That's the Sigma female. Her presence alone can make insecure people deeply uncomfortable. It's not something she does intentionally, it's just who she is. Her calm, observant, and commanding energy can be perceived as a challenge, especially by those who are used to being the center of attention. Weak men might feel threatened by her because she doesn't need a savior. She's not looking for someone to complete her. She is already whole. Some women, too, may feel a sense of competition, unsettled by a woman who doesn't conform to traditional, more submissive roles. They might try to belittle her or exclude her, simply because her strength highlights their own perceived weaknesses. This isn't her problem, but it's a reality she has to face every single day. She learns to navigate these reactions with grace, understanding that her aura is a filter. It repels the weak and attracts the strong. This brings us to the constant pressure to prove herself. You'd think that being incredibly capable would make life easier. But for the Sigma female, it's often the opposite. In a society that glorifies the loud, the extroverted, and the perpetually on, the quiet competence of a Sigma female can be overlooked. She's not the one bragging about her accomplishments in a meeting or fighting for the microphone. She's the one in the corner, observing, analyzing, and formulating the perfect solution, while everyone else is just talking. Because she doesn't shout her worth from the rooftops, she often has to work twice as hard to be taken seriously. She has to let her results speak for themselves, and even then, someone louder might try to take the credit. It's a frustrating cycle. She is often the most capable person in the room, but she's forced to prove it time and time again, simply because her style is more subtle and less performative. The world loves a show, and the Sigma female is more interested in substance. Point number 5 is a big one: her struggle with trust. A Sigma female doesn't let people in easily. Her inner circle is small, and getting into it is like trying to get into a high-security vault. This isn't because she's inherently mistrustful, it's a defense mechanism she's developed over time. She's highly intuitive and can spot fake intentions from a mile away. She's seen how people can be manipulative, and she's probably been burned before. A single act of betrayal or dishonesty can cause her to raise her walls even higher, making it incredibly difficult for anyone to get close. The harsh reality is that very few people will ever truly know her. They'll see the strong, independent exterior, but they won't get to see the loyal, warm, and deeply caring person underneath. For the Sigma female, trust is the ultimate currency, and she doesn't give it away for free. It must be earned, and once broken, it's almost impossible to get back. Next, we have the challenge of balancing strength with femininity. Society has a very narrow definition of what a woman should be. We're often expected to be soft, nurturing, and agreeable, but a Sigma female refuses to shrink herself to fit into that box. Her strength is a core part of her identity. She's assertive, decisive, and unafraid to speak her mind. The problem is, this strength is often seen as a masculine trait, and when a woman displays it, it can be perceived as threatening instead of admirable. People might label her as bossy, aggressive, or too much. She's constantly walking a tightrope, trying to be true to her powerful nature without being penalized for it. She has to fight against the unconscious bias that says a strong woman is somehow less of a woman. The truth is, her strength is her femininity. It's a modern, evolved form of it, but society is still catching up. She redefines what it means to be a woman on her own terms. Finally, the seventh harsh reality, walking a lonely path. At its core, being a Sigma female is not about fitting in. It's about forging your own path, even when that means walking it completely alone. She doesn't follow trends, she follows her intuition. She doesn't bow to peer pressure. She stands by her principles. This level of authenticity is rare and incredibly admirable, but it doesn't come without a cost. The road less traveled is, by definition, lonely. There are no crowds to cheer you on, no pre-made signs to guide you. There are moments of doubt where she might look over at the crowded, easy path and wonder if she made the right choice. But then she remembers why she started in the first place, to live a life that is truly her own. And that takes an unshakable, almost defiant kind of courage. Her journey isn't for the faint of heart. It's a testament to her inner resilience. So what does this all mean? These harsh realities aren't weaknesses. They're not flaws to be fixed. They are the very things that forge Sigma females into the bold, resilient, and fascinating women they are. They are the fire that tempers the steel. So, if you recognize yourself in these points, if you felt misunderstood, isolated, or underestimated, remember this. Your path is rare, your strength is unshakable, and only the bold can survive it. You're not just surviving, you are thriving in a way most people will never understand. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. See you next time.